Hello again. My name is Eno Ogbeviri. Thank you for tuning in to the Enigma Speaks podcast. I'm so excited to be here because this is a new month and new things happen when it's a new month, right? Okay. So, how have you been? I'm really interested to know how you have been. What's been going on with you? Because in the midst of trying to make our dreams happen, a lot of us get lost in life. Like we just wake up and it's about work, it's about achieving something, it's about getting something done. We don't even breathe to smell the flowers, to smell the coffee. You don't want to be that person. I was that person, all about work, 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 until I met a guy in a group, a community I'm part of, and he's asking me, what are your hobbies? And I start to think, I'm not even joking, I actually start to think, what are my hobbies? And that was a wake up call for me. I mean, let me tell you honestly, that's the only reason I got back on my podcast because I realized that for some reason, I didn't really have a hobby. And then the person says, okay, aside work, what else do you really do? And that's a question I'm asking you today. Aside work, what else do you really do? And church is not church is not part of it. Or going to the mosque. No, no, that's not part of it. I got you already. No way. I caught you there. So you want to ask yourself, what do I do outside of work that I really enjoy? Because that's another thing. There are things that people do and they're perfunctory. I have to do it. Just like going to pick up your kid from school. School runs, like I have to do it. If I don't do it, no one else would. But what are the things that you do that you really, really enjoy doing? That you look forward to doing? Because that's part of how life is meaningful, right? If there are things that you actually look forward to doing, I look forward to work. I don't know why it's always been that way for me because I love where I work. And, God has blessed me. I've always worked in places I really love until maybe I don't love them anymore. Anyway, but I really love my work. I love the work. Maybe not the place of work after some time because of, things that happen, but I really, really love my work. I find my work meaningful. So sometime this year, I got into that space where I started asking questions. And it happens to me rather often. What's going on with you? Are you just tired sometimes because you're tired? Are you tired sometimes because you're in the wrong place? Are you tired because you're on the wrong job? I mean, there are all these questions that pop up every now and again. And I realized I wasn't getting enough sleep. So, yeah, that was my tired. I mean, I did a diagnosis. Yeah, I got the result. You're not getting enough sleep, right? That sorted. But then again, I started thinking about my work. Are you doing the work that you should be doing now? Because sometimes we're doing something that we should not be doing. It's not a bad thing, but we're doing it when we shouldn't be doing it. So it's like doing the right thing at the wrong time. Then it's just sour. It's just not right. Okay. So I thought about that and I said, let me even look at my work. Right. And I started paying attention to my work again. I'm trying to look for the heart of my work. And I realized, girl, you're doing very meaningful work. I work for a person who appreciates my work, lets me know, loves my work, looks forward to seeing me every day. Do you know what that is? Imagine having a boss. I remember my friend who used to be in Ireland. She would tell me that when she's getting off work, her boss will thank her for coming to work and says, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And it wasn't just words, it was actually sincere, right? So imagine if you had that kind of boss or that kind of experience where you're leaving work every day and your boss is saying, thank you for coming to work. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. That will make you just want to come to work. I don't mean overwork like I used to do, but we want to find out if our work is meaningful, impact it makes on those that receive the work. If you're a service provider, if you sell products, or you just sell different things, merchandise, the people that you serve, how do they feel when they are done interacting with you? Because that's where the customer service thing goes a notch higher. We have people who um, don't give good customer service and they're wondering, why don't I have return customers, repeat customers? It's because of the way people feel when they come in contact with you in your store, how they feel when they come in contact with your product or your service, right? You want people to feel a certain way and they want to come back. So that's how work should be. Your work, if it's meaningful, if you found the meaning in your work, some of us, we need to find it. Don't just say, my work is not meaningful. No, no, no. You have to find the meaning in your work. And that's why Martin Luther, I believe, said, if you're sweeping, you've got to do the best kind of sweeping there is. Whatever job you're doing, do it with all of your heart. Because it's not in serving your boss, it's not in serving your employer. It is in being such a decent person, a well built, rounded, wholesome person in relationship with your work, that you find meaning in your work, and you realize that no matter how much education or certification your boss has, your boss cannot be the cleaner. Not because the cleaning job is a demeaning job. Oh, people say blue collar jobs. I don't know if that's still a thing. People say things like ordinary this, ordinary that. But I bet you, if you got into your office after a weekend, some offices are very busy on the weekend, on the Monday morning, and the chair is dirty, the floor is dirty, there's stuff on the table. Let's say the Friday don't eat in the office rules that people always know how to break, the snacks, something, everything is just all over the place. Everywhere is a mess. Then there's a smell because the toilet hasn't been washed since last Friday or Saturday, Sunday, maybe they had a party or something. Nowhere is clean. How would you feel? Will the work of the cleaner come across you that time as ordinary? Or let's say you have a housekeeper at home and let's say you traveled, you left them alone, you went somewhere for the weekend and you returned Sunday evening, hoping to find everywhere speaking Spanish because you haven't been at home and maybe the kids or whoever. So it's been a lot of space for the person to just rest as much as they want and do the work that they're supposed to do, right? And maybe even prep things for the week starting. And then you get back home and nothing is done. I mean, nothing is done. Would the work of a housekeeper be meaningful at that time? So there's no work that is small. There's no work that is meaningless. So it's your job to find out if your work has meaning. My work has meaning. Talking with you has meaning. Learning so I can share with you has meaning. So I look forward to doing it. I mean, I woke up today kind of confused. Did I have a session at the podcast studio or not? Eventually I called them. They said I did. I said, okay. And I showed up, right? Because my work has meaning. Because someone is out there who's going to listen to me and do something about their mindset and do something about the way they approach their work and do a diagnosis, because I've said it's something you could do to find out really if your work is meaningful. Another way to find out if your work is meaningful is how it makes you feel. Not the people necessarily when you interact with your work. How do you feel? Like after cleaning, for example, you're a cleaner. How do you feel when you look at the whole place and you just realize that I made this happen? Like I made this happen. How do you feel? Or you serve the customer and they're so happy. How do you feel? Or you wrote a proposal and it went through management and they liked it and they implemented it and you saw the revenue that came out of it, or the feeling, the feedback. How do you feel? So we need to find the meaning in our work. So it was when the guy asked about the hobby thing for me, and I said, well, I have over 40,000 Facebook followers, fans, and and I interact with them. And I realized that aside from my work, this is the other thing that gives my life meaning, being able to contribute to your life in this way. So let us not minimize the value of our work. Let us not make our work look small. Let us not take away from the energy that we bring to the job. Because, the energy you bring to the job also matters. If you show up, I saw someone this morning or yesterday, coming to work, and the person was dragging their feet. And I just smiled because that could never be me. Even if I was tired, getting closer to work and realizing that my employer will be happy to see me today just lights me up. So maybe as supervisors, as bosses, we want to also look at how we welcome those that work for us to work. How do we make them feel about working in that space? Okay? My name is Enoch Beverly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and connect. Okay? Twitter, Enigma City. Facebook, Enigma City NG. Instagram Enigma City. If you'd like to connect with me privately, WhatsApp +234-803682-8585. Thank you so much. And in whatever you do, don't forget to be awesome.